basically a free flight sport similar to sailplane or hang gliders. There's like several ways to get up into the air with a paraglider, and we normally take off of mountains in foot launch. We can tow up with a winch on a boat, and which allows us to have a lot of altitude and to safely do it over the water. And we ride up in columns of air or waves of air and make cross countries. And
it's a three-dimensional environment that you can do anything. You can go up or down, left or right.
We're basically defying the laws of gravity. It feels like we're doing something unnatural and something that our bodies are not meant to do, which is an incredible feeling.
Really the purest form of flight. There's no motor, there's no cage around you, no metal. You can't explain the freedom that is inherent with this, with flying in the air.
You never look away from the sky. Once you've been up in the air and you've flown around the clouds, you can never stop looking at the clouds as they're forming across the world, wondering why it happens.
The sport, it almost becomes part of you. It's like you start to understand the instincts, and even the instincts that like a bird would have, but you start to incorporate that into your life, and you're always looking at winds and imagining how the wind would move around a hill and where would be the best place to fly.
We also get to travel around the world, going to festivals, flying sites, and meeting new people and cultures, and that's one of the greatest advantages that we've found in the sport. We get to have a perspective of the world that most people would never get in their life.
And arrive in these totally different worlds, but we get to explore them like no one else would be able to. We can take off and just fly over the cliffs and over the mountains, and even we get to see the towns at a different view.
We've learned how to capture the feeling of it through film. Like, we've gotten our first camera when we were very young, and ever since that we've just had just as much of a passion filming our adventures.
Everyone, they couldn't imagine how incredible it would be, so if we could show that to them, we could give them some of our inspiration.
It also allows us to do tricks, kind of like freestyle, where we can loop over the top of our glider, which brings us into the area of acrobatics.
Helicopter is one of the most beautiful aerobatic figures. It's where the glider's rotating around, and it's totally quiet when you're piloting it. It really feels the different forces affecting your body, and it's just amazing to be in this state where you're totally in control. You can move and twist whichever direction you wish.
Once you've started running off the mountain, you can't stop. Like, you have to take those last few steps when everything is looking fine and everything is working, because it's like the climax, beating your fear and your emotion that have built up so strongly into the experience.